First scene of Drones and Drivers. Fade in, exterior spaceship in orbit over Mars. A vast spinning ship emblazoned with the words, Driver Corps. Interior, spaceship, battle room. A cavernous room, men and women in sleek military gear and VR goggles face a wall filled with live images from the planet of a battle entirely fought by robot drones. They are drivers, implanted with tech to control drones. They move in sync with swarms of drones down on the surface. Captain, a man, 40s, walks between the troops, eyes on the battle screen. In virtual reality, the opponent is a bot beast, a behemoth, vaguely humanoid in shape and armed with massive laser guns. One of the drivers, Charm School, aka Charlene Lee, 20s, stands in the virtual surface of Mars. Controls a disc that flies over the battle and rains bullets down on the behemoth. In the battle room.
The settlers depend on us. Do not let that bot beast through.
In virtual reality, Charm sweeps her arm and her drone swoops down, avoiding laser fire as it streaks toward the midsection of the behemoth.
Steady.
On screen, Charm's spinning disc grows razor sharp at the edges, and when it hits the behemoth, it slices through. The top of the behemoth wobbles, then falls away. In the battle room, the drivers cheer. Exterior spaceship in orbit over Mars. A small spherical object approaches and then attaches itself to the hull of the driver's ship. Interior spaceship battle room. The cheering and the backslapping continue. On screen, out of the behemoth's broken hull, small enemy bots flow, multi-bladed and vicious looking.
Captain!
Everyone takes their positions as the enemy engages them again. A loud mechanical crunch. The driver ship shudders. Some troops fall to the ground. Smoke, lights flicker.
Bridge, report! We've been hit with a viral drill. Disengage. Feedback. Kill. Repeat the... Kill your drivers.
Everyone, disengage! Disengage!
The captain reaches for the nearest driver, but too late. The driver collapses when the captain reaches him. The driver's eyeballs bleed. All of the other drivers fall except Charm.
Acquiring drones, engaging trans-platform for full fleet control.
In virtual reality, Charm watches the driverless drones on the planet fight on, but they are overrun by the enemy.
Do you hear me, driver? Disengage immediately. That's an order.
I got this!
Her original drone rises up above the fray and spins. It glows brighter, a flash pulse surges. Now Charm controls all the driver's drones. She moves as if conducting a vast orchestra. In virtual reality, the opponents are evenly matched. Charm's eyes flash. Suddenly, she drops her arms and her entire fleet of drones shudder and fall. In the battle room.
What are you doing? You can't!
In virtual reality, on the surface of Mars, the bot beast reforms into a behemoth and raises his arms in victory. Charm reaches one hand toward it, and with a flick of her wrist, she is in control of the bot beast. She presses her hands together, and it shudders, explodes. The battle is over. Charm has won. She disappears from the virtual surface and rips her VR helmet off in real life.
Woo! Did you see that?
She turns to be congratulated, but she's the only one standing. Medbots rush into the room to help the wounded. She collapses face down. Title sequence, montage, documentary of the war. A. Glittering domes on Mars. Human habitats filled with green plants. Robots are erecting another. On one side of the scene, Madame President addresses the camera.
The Martian colony was humanity's greatest achievement. A new era of peace and cooperation had at long last come to the nations of Earth.
B. Colonists inside the dome cheer as a ribbon to a new dome is cut. Behind the officials is a flag of the UN and a banner with the logo of Haldekar Corporation.
Haldekar Corporation saw things differently. We contracted the company to build the biodomes to transport colonists, but in the end they held them all hostage.
C. Drones fly over the biodomes. D. The Haldekar CEO pounds his fists on the podium of the United Nations.
We built Mars. Mars is ours.
E. The Oval Office. The president at her desk looks directly into the camera, addressing the nation.
For a decade, the governments of Earth battled the Haldekar Corporation for control of Mars. The question, could a corporation lay claim to an entire planet?
F. The battle room on the spaceship over Mars. A lone figure gazing down on the planet below. General Vallis in uniform. He turns his head slightly to address the camera.
Our answer was no.
We fought, we won. Haldekar relinquished their claim on Mars, and every year, on this Remembrance Day, we will thank our brave soldiers, our drivers, for the sacrifices they made to keep Mars free.
G. Mars floats in the sky, red with patches of green. End montage title sequence. Exterior Earthside, Texas Spaceport, day. A vast complex of runways, launch platforms, hangars, glass, and steel terminals. A military spacefaring ship comes in for a landing, hovering over a platform as it slowly descends. Exterior Spaceport landing grounds, day. Cargo rolls in, various self-mobilized crates in a line. At the first junction of hallways, one coffin-shaped crate peels off on its own course. The crate rolls past a wall with a huge digital mural, featuring a team of drivers. Some of the pixels are missing. Underneath the words, Heroes of Mars. The crate heads towards a sign that reads, Medical Facility. Interior Spaceport, Medical Facility, day. The coffin-shaped crate docks in a receiving platform. Mechanical arms extend down to remove the top and sides. Floating in what appears to be a bluish gel charm, naked. The gel wobbles. The mechanical arms are pulled back as if waiting. Finally, one of the arms reaches out and pokes at the gel. The surface tension is broken and the entire coffin-shaped block of gel turns liquid and splashes over the floor. The unconscious woman drops half a foot to the platform as she hits her eyes open and she gasps. Interior Spaceport reception area, day. Charm, now in uniform, approaches the main desk, staffed by a humanoid robot and a less imposing human clerk. The clerk wears a gray jumpsuit that mimics the paint job of the robot. There are no other people coming through.
ID?
Charm holds her hand palm down over the desk. It bleeds.
Where is everybody?
Everybody who?
What?
There's nobody. Just you.
But my entire ship. Did they get here ahead of me, or am I early?
The human clerk deigns to bring up an array of information that floats between them.
Everybody else stayed on Mars.
What? Why?
Opportunity, baby doll. There's more going on up there than here. Now that the war is finally over.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you call me baby doll?
Did I?
I think you did.
Well, that would be inappropriate.
They stare at each other. Charm shoulders her bag and heads out the front door. She pauses to look at a huge holographic mural that depicts a woman and two men. The woman, regal, tall, pantsuit, is labeled with big floating letters, the President of the United States. She has her arms out as if ushering the other two to shake hands. The two men shaking hands are labeled General Vallis and Dorn Lightmead, CEO of Haldekar. The general looks his part, in uniform, 50s, handsome, strong. The CEO grins. He's slick and wearing slightly too much makeup. The word peace floats above them. Charm looks skeptical.